Just finished episode 11 of Walking Dead Season 6, entitled Not Untie. It was a pretty good episode, I thought. Introduced the Hilltop community when Jesus took a few of the group. Abraham, Daryl, Megan, Glenn, Michonne, Rick over to Hilltop, and took them a little bit to kind of trust them because they came up on a wreck, a bunch of walkers in it. They had to rescue some of Jesus's group from a building and got them all out safely, and finally made it back up to Hilltop, where the leader is kind of he's an idiot, maybe, but wasn't too nice. But hopefully they'll turn around real soon. But this one just focused on them kind of talking over with Hilltop community, Jesus and the leader, try and do a little trade between the two groups. And big thing that came out of it was, other than the group seems to be good, seems to be okay, was that they also had dealings with Negan, and he apparently demanded half of all their stuff, food, medicine, whatever they had, livestock, and he also beat one of their members of their group to death. So I'm concerned that that's going to happen with Rick's group, that he's going to demand half of everything and then end up killing somebody. I'm still slightly concerned it's going to be Glenn, because I think that's what happened in the comics, and they've teased Glenn dying twice as far as I can remember. He survived each time, so maybe they're, I don't know if they're teasing it or if they're just making you doubt or question whatever's going to happen. But I really do feel like somebody's going to end up dying at some point by the end of the season. I'm not sure when Negan exactly is going to pop up. Might be the very last episode. But there's starting to be a build, more of a build up to running into him, as there has been since the group, a few people that came back from the Hilltop community mentioned Negan. There was a little scuffle where it killed one of them because they ended up getting attacked. Rick and everybody Daryl, everybody offered to help Hilltop community kill Negan in exchange for some food and some supplies, medicine, all that. Which is probably going to be a pretty bad fight, because he's probably going to be pretty nasty person to deal with. I mean, they asked them how many people, if they knew anything about the group, how big it was. And I think they said the biggest group they've seen, just kind of roaming around, was maybe 20 people. So there's potentially a very large amount of people in associating with Negan. Yeah, I just fear that it's going to end up being really bad. But this episode tonight, I thought was pretty good. Had some pretty good lines in it. Started off with Jesus talking to Carl and said, "Hi, I'm Jesus." I thought that was kind of funny the way he said it. A little bit later, Rick was fighting with one of the Hilltop group and ended up stabbing him in the neck, killing him. And Rick got blood all over his face and just stood up and was like, "What?" Just kind of deadpan, like it's nothing special. Every group they run into now sees Rick covered in blood at some point, and everybody just must think he's nuts. But he knows what he's got to do to survive, which is good for any group that comes across him, because he can help teach them. But we'll see. I think this is going pretty good. They've really started to work towards Negan. They've only got, what, 5 more episodes left. The last one will be April 3rd. Greg Nicotero, I think, is going to direct that one. So that's probably going to be pretty crazy if Negan does show up then. I'm sure someone will die. Pretty good season so far. I still think. I like Jesus. I think he's a pretty good character. Will fit in pretty well, I think. And look forward to next week. I'll see y'all next time.